Welcome everyone. In this video, I will review the Type 5 Heavy, weak spots and armor profile. With this said, let's get started with the front of the tank. First, in the lower plate here. This is a critical weak spot because if you pan through here, you can knock out the engine, or if you pan through with heat, you can even set the tank on fire. Now to the left side driver hatch here, we have the driver, which means if you pan through here, you will eliminate the driver of this tank here or here. On the other side, we have the radio operator, so this means if you pan through here, you will eliminate the radio operator of this tank. Let's go to the left side of this tank. Here we have in the turret the commander here, below the cupola. Behind him we have the loader, and behind the loader we have ammo rack compartment in the turret. In the hull we have ammo rack compartment here in the front to the midsection to the front. Here we have ammo rack compartment. Behind the ammo rack compartment we have fuel tank storage here and here, and at the back we have the engine of this tank. Let's go now to the rear side of this tank. Here we have the engine bay here we have the engine, and here in the middle we also have ammo rack compartment, so if you shoot in the middle straight behind the back of the turret, you can ammo rack the tank. Let's go now to the other side of this tank. Here we have, at the front we have the gunner, behind him we have the loader, because this tank has two loaders, and behind the loader we have ammo rack compartment. Below the loader here we have fuel tank storage here and here even more ammo rack compartment, and at the back we have the engine here. So let's go now and check the armor profile of this tank. So I'm comparing the Type 5 Heavy armor against the Object 277, which has a 130mm caliber gun and 265 on basic AP ammunition and 340 heat. Now the Type 5 Heavy has really good overall armor against tier 8 tanks, tier 8 and tier 9 tanks, which they are not shooting premium ammunition, because the lower plate is here actually 273-75 here, auto ricochet angle, upper plate auto ricochet angle 400 almost here. Now the weak spot is from the front, where the driver's hatch is, because this is the weakest part of the Type 5 Heavy with 252mm of armor protection value. This means a defender with APCR 265 can pan the Type 5 Heavy frontally here. So, and where we have the radio operator's hatch, here we have 262, even 263, so this is the weakest part. Other than that, 275 all over here and here. Now the turret armor is not that great, because here lower side 286, here 280, upper side 293, the cupola is 246, and here 282, and here is just out, not penetrable, and the top of the tank is not overmatchable because this tank is really tall, and imagine you are down like this, you're not that tall to shoot the Type 5 Heavy top of the turret. So, and if we are switching to heat ammunition, basically the whole tank will be green, other this angled hatch here. Other than that, the lower plate is weak, here is green, and the whole turret is green now, so you don't have to aim to the weak spot, which is the driver hatch here. You just spam with heat, spam through the tank wherever you want. Let's go to the left side of this tank. Here in the turret we have from 210 to 220 here with a weak spot of 160mm cupola, 240 actually is good, 230, and the hull 160 here. This is a 350 angled side shoulder plate, below 175, and here is we have a good side protection, side skirt protection. So if you shoot heat, you have to be careful, because this will be absorbed, and I'm telling this from experience because I shot heat here and it just got absorbed with no damage whatsoever. So don't shoot here and here. Now let's go to the back of the tank. Here in the hull 157, here 151, 281 cupola, 245, 47, 48. So overall the Type 5 Heavy has good armor against tier 8 and tier 9 tanks, which if they are not shooting premium ammunition, this tank is actually good. The armor is actually good, I mean, and the tank in side scraping position is actually good. This tank can side scrape really good. As you can see, the the side shoulder plate is 300 mm, which means if they're not shooting gold ammunition, you can side scrape against them very, very well. But if they are shooting the heat ammunition, as you can see now, the whole side of this tank is green. So against tier 10 tanks, just don't side scrape because you will get ammo wrecked as well in the side. So, but against tier 8 and 9 tanks, you can try side scrape because this is actually a good side shoulder plate. So let's check the tank in 10 degree of gun depression because this tank has 10 degree of gun depression. Again, it is really, really good to play in hook down position, but still 282 here, 314. So your turret armor is strongest in 10 degree of gun depression. But if they shooting the heat, now the whole turret is green. So basically against tier 10 tanks, you just can't play in side scraping, can't play in hold down. You just can't play with this tank against your tank 10 because you will get spammed with heat frontally, so like a mouse. So yeah, this is the problem with this tank. Let's go back now and let's recapitulate here. The weakest part of this tank is the driver hatch here with 255mm, 263-66 here. So if you're a tier 8 tank, just shoot here in the driver's hatch with gold ammunition. That's it. That is your highest chance to pen this tank. Other than that, here 283, 85, 90, 315. So you will need heat. And here 275. This is an auto ricochet angle, so don't shoot here, not even with heat. Here 300, 295, 300, even when it's side scraping, so only heat or only gold. Other than that, you just can't. And here the tank has a really good spaced armor protection against heat ammunition, so don't shoot here. Try to shoot here in the upper side of the side. Other than that, this tank has a good armor against, as I said, against tier 8 and 9 tanks, which they are not shooting heat ammunition or gold ammunition, but against tier 10 tanks, this tank is just useless like the mouse. Or yeah. Thank you for watching.